Hello, this is the training review from the training that I did last week, which would be week commencing Monday, the 12th of January. So I'm going to run through how the training went last week, and then I'm going to have a little look forward into the training of what I'm going to be doing training wise this week, which is week commencing Monday, the 19th of January. I'll be talking about the types of runs that I have been doing, the paces, and yeah, just generally how I felt like the runs went. And yeah, like I said, taking a look forward into what I'm going to be doing training wise for this week. So let's now take a look at the training plan, and we'll sort of walk through it.
So looking back at the training for last week, this is what I managed to complete. So ran nearly 61 kilometers, um, and a mixture of sort of efforts and easy runs at the moment. So in terms of like training week 12, um, after I completed Amsterdam in October, had a couple of weeks off, and then have sort of slowly been getting back into it. So yeah, this is just the 12th week basically after the recovery that I had from Amsterdam. So in terms of like how these are the sessions that my coach has given me. Again, I'll sort of like mix it around to fit in with like just work and general life, etc. So first one was 12 to 14k efforts. So the minimum, so basically like the minimum I have to do for that run is 12, but ideally what I want to be pushing towards like 14 or the maximum for each of these distances, which I always do pretty much unless like time is against me with work, etc. So I did 3.5k warm up at a slow pace. I'll put the some of the Strava splits or Garmin splits on the screen to see. And then 3 minutes at 10k race pace with a 60-second jog recovery, and repeat that 8 times. I'm not too sure what my 10k race pace really is. I've never really trained specifically for a 10k. My 10k PB came last year when I ran. I think it was like 40 minutes and something seconds. I'll put it on the screen. But there's been a lot of running since then. So in my mind, I had like 4 minute kilometers as my race pace. But as I started out, the first couple of kilometers were a little bit quicker. But it felt comfortable, so I continued with it. And as I put in the comments here, I actually averaged 3 minutes 50 for each of the eight 3 minute sessions, which is good. Then did a recovery. Really felt this went well as a run. Like really nailed it. I wasn't sort of like dead by the end of it, which is obviously really a good thing. I could have continued more. So that was really positive. It's always like a 6 to 8k easy run. Again, sort of average pace here was just under 5 minutes a kilometer. Um, Nothing really much going on there apart from just getting time and getting miles in the legs. Out and back run. So I ran the first 6k at an average pace of 4:53. It was absolutely pissing it down. I just got completely drenched. But I ran out the first 6k at that pace, and I ran back at a pace of 4 minutes and 3 seconds per kilometer, which felt quite good. Again, like another positive run. Um, I've had a strength and conditioning session on a Friday. So after the Amsterdam Marathon, I really had issues with like a glute issue, which I'm still sort of working on at the moment. And I think like a couple of weeks before Amsterdam, I went to the gym and just did some light strength and conditioning work on the upper body, and somehow completely tweaked my back to the point where the next day I couldn't even put my socks on. I couldn't bend over. It was so painful. And the physio said that sort of like has had a knock-on effect to my glute med. So I've been doing a lot of Bulgarian split squats and reverse lunges to help strengthen that up in the gym, as well as some band work at home. And so yes, I did that on the Friday. Although, as the notes say, I upped the number of reps. So I was doing 3 by 10 with 10K dumbbells for the split squats and the reverse lunges, but I upped that to 12. The goal is to get to 15. And even though I had Saturday off and I ran 26K on the Sunday, I still had DOMs like in my glute, and my towards the end of the run, like my glutes really felt tired, and yeah, wasn't the nicest feeling at the end. But this was really comfortable, 26K, decent conditions, 4 minutes 49. Again, like as is pretty much well documented, like for these sort of long runs, long easy runs, sort of zone two type runs, uh, it should be conversational. So I was checking with myself during the runs to make sure that I'm not working too hard, etc. So yeah, pretty decent week. Actually, I thought it was a really, really good week. And yeah, slowly creeping up the mileage. Like last week was 58. This was nearly 61 kilometers. And this week is we're swapping out the out and back for more of a tempo run this week. So this should be looking forward to doing this one. So 12K, so 7K at a tempo effort, which we've sort of agreed it's going to be around like 4 minutes 10 per kilometer. Again, got the easy run in there. Another effort session, but we're upping the amount of time, but dropping the number. So it was 8 by 3 minutes last week. We're doing 5 by 5 minutes again at 10K race pace. And again, for the long easy run, we're just upping it slightly to 28 as the maximum. Unfortunately, oh, and I've got a sports massage booked in on the Wednesday. I'm trying to do a sports massage once a month. Again, like being a year older, I'm just trying to really be mindful of recovery and try to do everything that I can do to mitigate against any further injuries, especially as the mileage is probably going to be creeping up. In the attempt to have enough in the tank to run sub 3. So yeah, I'm going to try and do these every month. So I've got that on Wednesday, and unfortunately, everything's quite bunched up this week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Um, I may be away at the weekend, which if that happens, like I won't be able to do any running Saturday or Sunday. So um, yeah, it's far from ideal really because I don't like to bunch it up. I'm actually tempted to maybe combine these 2 days together on the Tuesday instead of doing this easy run on the Monday, just because my legs do feel, sorry, my glute does still feel a little bit sore, and I've got like a slight um, a weird feeling in my left leg, just on the side of the kneecap. So just need to make a decision pretty soon whether or not I'm going to do that today or combine these two tomorrow and just have a day's rest. But yeah, that's what the week is looking like this week. And yeah, hopefully it'll be another strong week.
So that's the summary of the week that's just gone and what we're going to be working towards this week. One thing I will say as well is about what I'm using currently in terms of like shoe rotation. So I'm currently rotating between 3 different pairs of shoes and not too sure if it's the right thing to do. So in terms of like my recovery runs, so I actually ended up doing the 7K today after I recorded the first part of the video. So I did a 7K easy run. And my recovery shoe that I've been using is the Brooks Glycerin 22 GTS, I think. So I'm a horrifically bad overpronator. I have flat feet as well. I probably shouldn't be running, and I have to have like custom made insoles in order to run. So these actually go into my shoes and basically stop me like rolling my feet too much. There's also like a raised bump in the middle here to sort of push my foot up. So I have to have these to run. Otherwise, yeah, it's just too much pain. In terms of like my long runs and yeah, long distance runs and sort of anything longer distance of easier pace, I'm using the Asics Super Blast 2. I picked these up recently because I think the Ecodin colorway is absolutely banging. So yeah, I really enjoy running these. It's really a decent shoe, a lot lighter than the glycerins as well. But the glycerins are just they're so supportive. There's so much cushioning. It's just an easy recovery run. I actually ended up running the London Marathon last year in a pair of glycerins because I had quite a few issues with shin splints, and I was too nervous to actually deviate away to another shoe. So I actually wore the glycerins for London and ran the 3:21. And then after quite a lot of research, like my race day shoe and probably what I'm using for my tempo run, so I'll probably be wearing this tomorrow and I'll probably be wearing this for the effort session, is the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4, which for me as an overpronator and someone who needs a bit of stability is an absolutely incredible shoe for me. I love it. I love running in it. I love how light and fast it feels. I ran with this in Amsterdam when I ran 309. And this will be my race shoe for sure for the Boston Lincolnshire Marathon in April. They've just released the 5, and I believe they've done a bit more, or they've still got the same foam blend in the 5. I think they've played around with the geometry a little bit, updated plate as well. So I may be looking at the 5s for Amsterdam. But certainly now the 5's coming out, these are ridiculously cheap in terms of like for a race day carbon shoe. So I'll probably pick another one of these up for before I'm going to race Boston Lincolnshire. So yeah, that's just want to give a bit of an overview about the current shoes that I've sort of got in my rotation. I probably think it would be beneficial to have more of a tempo shoe to wear rather than the race day shoe, so I probably need to look at something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm currently using at the moment. So that's everything for this week. Again, like hopefully be like a decent week of running, albeit having to have everything crammed into such a short space of time, which again, ideally, like I wouldn't usually do. But fingers crossed, the massage on Wednesday will help sort of like the legs to recover a little bit, and I will record another video looking back at this week's training and looking forward to next week's training at the start of next week. Thank you.